Just before we see the spring green up, the risk of wildfire increases rapidly, especially if we see an increase or an extended period of dry weather, which is what we're seeing right now. So far this year, ranking as one of the top 10 driest on record to date, which is why DCNR has placed us in a high risk for wildfire danger. But don't be surprised if you see smoke from fires over the coming weeks from the Pennsylvania Game Commission. These fires are known as prescribed burns, which is not the same as a wildfire.
We have to follow a pretty strict prescription of fuel and weather parameters, and if the conditions aren't within that prescription, we can't burn. That process of developing a prescribed fire plan takes months to pull that all together and to make sure we have adequate fire lines.
The day of a burn, highly trained crews are briefed on the burn plan and forecast weather conditions.
Test fire 1358.
A test fire is lit to see if conditions are appropriate, and crew members walk through the area to ensure it's clear of wildlife. So what's the purpose of burning?
If we just let this go, it's going to revert back to being forest. So periodic disturbance through fire keeps it a field.
Take another 30 feet and then come straight in toward me.
Now these burns will make the landscape look scorched and empty for a brief time, but the increasing soft mass production in a few short weeks will encourage shrubs like blueberry, huckleberry, and blackberry, even promote oak growth for future acorn production. The more we observe the benefits of burning, the more we recognize its significance in past and future conservation.
Fire was removed from the land for a long time. We're learning more about how good fire is, or how good it can be if used in the right manner, and we're trying to bring that back. We're continuing to learn about all the different ways we can use fire as a natural means of land management and habitat management.
If you're interested in knowing if a burn is taking place near your area, the Pennsylvania Game Commission maintains an interactive map to show you where prescribed burns are taking place. For ABC 27, I'm meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.